Loki. Loki. Hello there. I said Loki. I don't know why. Hello there. Loki, episode 2. Loki. I probably should say that from now on.
That's right. I'm about to monologue, son. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Loki, episode 2. Honestly, just like before, the only thing I really do enjoy is Tom Hiddleston himself. I really do like his character of Loki. I like how he likes to hear his own voice. I love how he basically, when they're at the Renaissance fair, he's just talking, trying to stall for time. You can tell, obviously, that he's just making stuff up, but it's just like, okay, cool. I do think they should have made him a little more smarter, because he seems, if I'm reading him, then obviously he's not doing a good job. Because I can tell it's just like, oh, okay, this is what he's doing. He's just stalling for time. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just doing this. He's just doing this. It would be nice if he's playing like the long con. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure. I still am on the fence. They actually did more with the big black chick, the guard, this time around. And they didn't do much with her, but they did more with her. She was there, probably the same amount of screen time, but she wasn't just a gag. She was actually there. Okay, she was there for humor, but she wasn't there for humor. She was there for humor because she doesn't like Loki, and she's against him being there. But she wasn't there for humor because she actually served a purpose. So I do like what they're doing, but at the same time, I don't like it because, you know what, they've already introduced that the whole timeline's going to get destroyed. The whole timeline's going to go crazy, and we're going to end up with the Nexus, the Secret Wars, basically, alternate timelines converging. So what it seems like is one of the Lokis is destroying the timeline, which honestly it does make sense. I do like that. However, I don't like the way they did it. I don't think it should be taking out the timekeepers. I think it would be better if they just blew up the timeline in one location, because if you blow it up, there's no way to reset it. Because I was thinking, it's just like, if they have a ton of those resets, they reset like a location in time. I didn't think it would reset the entire globe or the entire galaxy. So if you blew them all up at once in various locations in the same timeline, you could completely dysfunction that timeline's future, because the way the variants seem to work, the way the timekeeper, the whatever they call themselves, seem to work, is they'll go to that pocket in time which has fallen out of line, and they'll reset it. However, if too much is blown up and like the entire timeline is put a halt on it, so it veers off course, then she's the Loki would basically be using the technology that's used to fix the timeline to basically create a massive destruction of the timeline, which technically is what happens. But I thought it was going to be done differently. In my mind, I think it would have made more sense to do it that way than the way they did it. But I guess it worked. But without people to keep the time, how do they keep the time? So there's just a lot of things that come up in the air. We already know specific people know how to jump through the timelines and create their own. I mean, we've seen it with Wanda. We know Doctor Strange has the ability to travel through. I mean, he was the first one to introduce multiple timelines to see many possible variations, which probably all took place in selective timelines. Because let's face it, there are several timelines with their own timekeepers all keeping control of their own. The problem with the variant is if they stray off, they have the chance of running into another timeline, which then causes those two timelines to be linked, and that's the issue. At least that's what I'm gathering, and that's how I would see time if there are people keeping time and controlling it, especially if there's all the ultimate, like they say, there's every possible decision you ever could have made. There is an alternative version of you that has made that decision and the alternative outcomes, and it just like, yeah, it makes your mind wander. And dealing with time, I hate time travel, but this, where it's correcting time and things like that, I actually do enjoy. I prefer it because it's just like, oh, okay, they're not dealing with real time travel. It's more just they have their own set of time, and they correct it. So yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with this. I still really like Loki. I want to see more of him. I'm getting tired of seeing the Timekeeper's location. They're spending too much time there. I enjoyed it in the first one, but now it's just getting too old. Got too old too quickly because it looks like a very old 60s, maybe 50s style, the aesthetic. Maybe 70s in some cases, but yeah, the aesthetic of it all. And I liked it in the first one, but now it's old, and I want to change the scenery. So, but that's just me. I still am on the fence about it because Disney has a bad habit of not keeping a good story, or it starts off slow, then it gets good for 2 episodes, like in Falcon, and then it gets terrible for the final 2. Which is why I don't want to get my hopes up too highly for this, because who knows, maybe the 2 episodes are going to be the best. Maybe the first 2 are going to be the best. So it's one of those things that one thing I don't like is I don't like the relationship between Owen Wilson and his superior. I mean, I'd seem to enjoy it in the beginning, but now it's just getting very old very quickly. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm just rambling on from here on. Thank you all for watching. Tell me what you thought of the Loki. I like Loki as a character. I hope they don't trade him out for the new one. I do like Tom Hiddleston. Just perfect guy. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Doodles.